We are back at it again here with another video with Invest for Tomorrow. To all the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all subscribers, welcome back. All I ask from returns for to smash that like button, tell me that you watch this video, helps out the YouTube channel and lets me know you appreciate the time and effort I put into making these videos. So here we are with Bbig Vinco Ventures. It continues to push forward, right? We're going to break down the key levels today because it's consolidating, but it's still higher than the recent lows. Now, not only was Bbig pushing to try to go higher, but also the SPY, guys. The SPY actually pulled downwards, brought itself upwards. And if I put it here on the 5-minute and I pull up Ultimate 42 Vision, you will see how much volatility there was today and how our SPY bot since yesterday at 6 p.m. sent out a bear notification, and towards the bell, things fell downwards. You could see it there popping up, how things were looking. And then we got a bull indicator as well. And you could see how puts in just a matter of 30 minutes went up nearly 100% plus. And the bull indicator popped up shortly after. And those went up 50% to 100% towards their highest points today of the peak of the chart, guys. So plenty of opportunities out there within the volatility. Now we're going to go ahead and talk about Bbig. But before we do, I want to share with you guys the home run opportunities I mentioned this morning over at the Discord. And if that's something that interests you and you want to get on early with us every single morning, we strive for these opportunities no matter which direction the stock market is going. Check out the link down below in the description to the Discord. We look forward to having you join us. And we're going to jump right into it here with Bbig, what I think about it moving forward, and where Ultimate 42 Vision, the bull and bear indicators, are standing, what 42 Vision is showing, and what we need to look at moving forward, because today the stock certainly tested certain levels that will be important going into the rest of this week. So the home run of the day was spectacular and beyond expectations. And if you guys want to get on early with us every single morning, we strive for opportunities like these. Check out the link down below in the description to the Discord. And by joining, you'll become part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. So these are the two stocks I mentioned this morning. Both of them gave jumps of 5 to 10% and 10% plus on the one that turned out to be a home run, which was SRRA. Now let's go ahead and pull up the chart here. And this was phenomenal. We caught it under a bull indicator after it pulled back in the pre-market, starting to pick up some steam, consolidated, and it started to take off to a highest point of nearly 10 to 20% in the pre-market. Consolidated, got that bear indicator, pulled back, and in just a matter of minutes, literally about 5 to 7 minutes, it took off and gave a highest point since we mentioned it of 25% plus, and within that run, a 10 to 15% jump. Now that wasn't the only opportunity this stock gave. As it pulled downwards in the next few hours, it gave a second opportunity after the pullback. It dipped and it took off again for a highest point of 20% plus. And collectively between both opportunities, it gave a total possibility of 45% plus, guys. If you want to get on early with us every single morning, we strive for opportunities like these. Check out the link down below in the description to the Discord. We look forward to having you join us, and let's jump into these charts. So here we are with Bbig, and as you saw earlier in the video, I had Bbig without this right here. I made the video earlier in the afternoon, and I love making videos where I give enough information that no matter what happens in the whole entire resistance or supports, they can last into the next day, and they're super important. As we see it right now, the stock has not broken through 360. I stated 330 was important, but most importantly up here, 360 needs to be broken through for this to have any significant impact. And on the 5-minute, you could see the bull and bear indicators, which you can now gain access to as well. These bull and bear indicators will give you the clarity you deserve within the volatility of the markets. And usually when bull indicators pop up near extreme weakness and then you start to see that shift into strength, there tends to be a strong move. And usually bear indicators, when they pop up and things are moving pretty quickly to the downside, they do not stop hurting the chart until it reaches extreme weakness like it did back to back here. But at this point, there tends to be a point of a possible reversal. We got that yesterday, and here's that bull indicator. You can now gain access to the 42 vision indicators. Down below is the link in the description to receive the clarity you deserve within the volatility of the markets to maximize on opportunities no matter which direction stocks are going. So BBIG now has a huge bar right here, and it got rejected at 342 and now sitting close to about 330s, right? It's in that area and had a big run. A lot of people are actually talking about this. There's a lot of chatter. Some people are finding out about it right now. Some people don't even know, but they're excited on why BBIG jumped up. And it goes ahead and confirms how this volatility here and this momentum was happening because a lot of large orders were coming in, and then some people wanted to break even or cut losses, or some people just traded it and got out, and that's why we saw this pullback. But those that got in here knew something. And we're seeing it reflect right here. Now, they're hoping probably that this continues the momentum into tomorrow, but there's a few things that investors are a little worried about, right? And we're going to talk about it in this video on why this momentum happened, why is BBIG exploding, and why could it possibly continue even though tomorrow is going to be a tough day in the markets. The Federal Reserve is speaking, and it could actually hurt all of this momentum. But we are under a bull indicator here on the 30-minute, but the 4-hour is still not showing that type of strength. We'll have to see if it can continue into tomorrow. It's going to be very important. And the 4-hour quickly shifted. It was actually looking like it was going downwards, and now it's continuing to go in that staircase effect. This is a big deal. This is pretty big. We need to see if this momentum can roll over into tomorrow, or if this is going to be just an after hours push and turns out to be just a dead cat bounce. But why is it happening? Well, it has to do with the amendment agreement that was released on the file date today by Cryptide, guys. They went ahead and filed today, January 25th of 2022. Now, there's some issues, though. In all these areas here that are bold, right? And they have question marks, right? There's many of them here on the file. If you go ahead and pause the video or just look at as I'm speaking, you could see that there's a lot of missing information, okay? There's supposed to be numbers and certain statements in these areas. And it's not just here on the amendment of agreement. It's even here on the registration of rights and agreement. Same thing, question mark, and another thing here as well. Another one right here. You just have so many areas that it's like fill in the blank, right? Like we're trying to figure this out and nothing is completely filed. So I believe that this is just the filing. It's not completed, but the fact that this is happening, it means that things are stepping to one step closer to everything everyone's expecting, anticipating, and excited for, okay? And then we have here also the warrant to purchase common stock. And we see the same thing here again with question mark. And then it states here subscription date question mark. And there's just so many things that need to be filled in. But this is a huge step forward. They even talk about how mathematically this is going to be calculated and the formula to go ahead and do this and process this that everyone's expecting. But this is big. This is big that this got registered today. It's just the timing has me a big concern. It's literally the day before the Federal Reserve speaks, and this momentum could fade very quickly, or it could actually happen very, very fast. So if 360 gets broken through, let's just say momentum gets to that point, well, this needs to break through way up here at $6. If you want to use something in between, $5.35. I think that's a key level, but most importantly, $6. That's what needs to be broken through to send this even flying higher. But before getting there, obviously, 360s need to be broken through and turned into supports right here. And then as things continue to scale, we could then look at those higher levels. But I think that if this cannot break through $5, this is going to be a short-lived run, and momentum can fade very, very fast, because once this is all out, BBIG, many investors were just waiting for this, and there's no other catalyst that's going to motivate investors to hold even further than those dates once everything's released. And I know that there's been a lot of chit chat. If anybody wants to go ahead and confirm this down below, I've seen it, that the whole entire meeting, of the stockholders meeting in the near future, BBIG is trying to get everyone to vote to be able to dilute shares, which means basically vote in favor of having a possible offering in the future. Now, if that vote goes through as no, and they don't do any future offerings in the near future, that could be a huge positive catalyst moving forward, even after all this news with Cryptide and these forms being released. These are the 3 forms. You could see the dates there. Every single one of them was released today. Pretty cool stuff that this is all happening. I just don't know why at this time when the Federal Reserve is about to speak. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.